Hold on to your seats because what I'm about to tell you is going to make your jaw hit the floor faster than a celebrity getting canceled for a single tweet. Yes, folks, the tea is piping hot. The receipts are scorching, and reality TV's so-called perfect couple is about to implode in front of your very eyes. We're talking Yandy Smith and Mendeecees Harris. The couple you thought had it all: loyalty, love, and enough Instagram-worthy moments to make you feel personally inadequate. Or so you thought. But here's the kicker. Jasmine Blue, the woman, who's always been lurking in the shadows like a cat waiting to pounce, just dropped a bomb that could end careers, friendships, and possibly even Mendeecees' sanity. A secret night in London, hidden rendezvous, and whispers of betrayal so juicy, even the tabloids are sweating. Can you imagine finding out your lifelong partner has been living a double life? All while you're busy being the supportive spouse. Yeah, it's messy, it's dramatic, and it's happening right now. So buckle up, grab your popcorn, and prepare yourself for a scandal that's about to make every reality TV plot twist look like child's play. Are you ready to see the empire of lies crumble? Hold on tight, because what I'm about to reveal is going to turn everything you thought you knew about Yandy Smith and Mendeecees Harris upside down. For years, fans have bought into the fairy tale of the perfect couple, the duo who survived every reality TV storm, every prison visit, every public scandal, with smiles plastered on their faces and captions carefully curated to show loyalty and love. But according to Jasmine Blue, the woman who has been quietly observing from the sidelines, that image of perfection was nothing more than a meticulously constructed illusion. Jasmine's shocking confession exposes a secret night in London that Yandy allegedly orchestrated without Mendeecees knowing a single detail. A night filled with emotional betrayal that goes far beyond a casual fling, while Mendeecees was busy planning what he thought was a romantic getaway with the woman he trusted most. Yandy was allegedly walking through exclusive restaurants, private hotel suites, and moonlit streets with someone from her past. Someone she was not only reconnecting with, but still emotionally entangled with, turning what should have been a simple weekend into a scandalous rendezvous that threatens to shatter public perception. Sources close to the matter, who of course must remain anonymous because reality TV scandals tend to come with threats of lawsuits and Instagram mobs, claim that every moment of Yandy's London trip was calculated, from the meticulously planned meetings to the late-night conversations that were anything but innocent, with insiders insisting she looked happier than fans would ever imagine, laughing and flirting like there was no Mendeecees waiting back home. And while Jasmine has kept the public in suspense for months with subtle hints and suggestive posts, this revelation came with what she calls the receipts, a treasure trove of screenshots, video clips, and allegedly authentic voice messages that paint a vivid picture of a secret affair, compelling enough to make anyone who has followed the couple question every romantic gesture, every Instagram story, every declaration of love that once seemed genuine. The heartbreak is compounded when you consider Mendeecees' perspective. It's the devoted husband who has been portrayed as a rock, a man who stood by Yandy through allegations, through public scrutiny, through every twist of reality TV drama. Now, blindsided by the truth from someone outside his own household. He had no idea, none at all. And one can only imagine the gut-wrenching moment of realization, when the carefully crafted image of loyalty he believed in came crashing down with the force of a headline-making bombshell. The public reaction, naturally, has been nothing short of chaotic, with fans split between those who defend Yandy and claim this is a misunderstanding or a smear orchestrated by Jasmine, insisting that the woman who stood by Mendeecees through thick and thin could not have done something so calculated, and those who side with Mendeecees, furious that the man who seemed like reality TV's most loyal husband could be betrayed in such a cold and calculated manner. Social media platforms are ablaze with opinions, from heated debates about morality and trust to sarcastic commentary mocking the couple's once perfect image. Some speculate this secret affair may not be a one-off incident, but part of a much larger web of deception, raising questions about how long Yandy might have been leading a double life and what other hidden truths may still be buried behind the public facade. And if you think this is just a private matter, think again, because in the world of reality television, personal betrayal quickly becomes public spectacle, and the fallout is as much about image and brand as it is about heartbreak. Jasmine's revelations are designed to maximize impact, and with the evidence she has allegedly provided, it is nearly impossible for anyone following this story to ignore the implications. Every detail she released seems meticulously chosen to expose not just the affair but the emotional manipulation, the pretense of loyalty, and the carefully constructed public persona that Yandy has maintained for years. The drama is palpable. The tension is unrelenting, and the stakes are higher than ever as fans watch the unraveling of a relationship they once admired. Mendeecees is left in the middle of a storm, forced to navigate not only his own emotional devastation, but also the relentless scrutiny of the public eye. While Yandy faces the erosion of the image she built and the credibility she relied upon to maintain her status as a reality TV icon, it is a spectacle of betrayal, suspense, and heartbreak, the kind of story that makes even the most jaded viewer lean in closer, eager for the next revelation. And Jasmine, the whistleblower, appears to be fully aware of the chaos she has ignited, holding all the cards and keeping the audience riveted with every new leak, every hinted detail, every explosive confession. Just when you think the story couldn't get any more intense, Jasmine's revelations keep unraveling layers of deception that make you wonder how anyone could maintain such a carefully constructed image while living a secret life half a world away. According to insiders, Yandy's London night wasn't just about stolen moments or casual flirtation. Allegedly, it involved lavish dinners and exclusive spots where the waitstaff knew nothing of her public persona, luxurious hotel suites booked under secret names, and private rides through the city where every moment was cloaked in secrecy, leaving Mendeecees completely in the dark. Anonymous sources claim that every laugh, every playful glance caught on camera, every shared conversation was part of a hidden emotional affair that had been simmering for months, not years. And the more fans dig into Jasmine's so-called receipts, the more impossible it seems to dismiss this as a simple misunderstanding. And the irony is palpable, because while Mendeecees has always been portrayed as the devoted husband who defends Yandy publicly, the reality behind the cameras paints a picture of a man blindsided by someone he trusted implicitly, someone whose loyalty he took for granted. Fans have reacted with a mix of outrage and disbelief, furiously defending Yandy, insisting that Jasmine is nothing more than a manipulative opportunist trying to gain clout at the expense of the couple, while others feel vindicated for questioning Yandy's seemingly perfect persona all along. Social media is a storm of speculation, debate, and meme-filled commentary, with countless posts dissecting every detail of Jasmine's claims, from alleged late-night texts to supposedly incriminating photos and videos, creating a frenzy that has people glued to their screens waiting for the next update. One insider, speaking off the record, supposedly said that Yandy's behavior in London suggested she had been planning this escapade meticulously, ensuring that every step was hidden from Mendeecees, and even allegedly coordinating with friends to create alibis and distractions that kept her double life under wraps. The emotional implications are staggering, because Mendeecees is not just a victim of infidelity. He is a man who stood by someone through public trials, legal accusations, and personal hardships, only to be blindsided in the most public and humiliating way possible. And Jasmine's leaks make it impossible for the public to ignore the depth of the betrayal. What adds fuel to the fire is the speculation about how much of this was premeditated versus spontaneous. Some fans believe that Yandy's trip was planned as an opportunity to reconnect with her emotionally while maintaining her public image, a theory supported by alleged voice memos and texts that Jasmine claims to have, which reportedly contain flirtatious exchanges and promises of secret meetings. The scale of secrecy, if true, is staggering, and it paints a portrait of a double life that is as calculated as it is shocking. The fallout is already apparent, with social media commenters dissecting every detail. From Yandy's body language in videos to the timing of her London trip relative to Mendeecees' birthday celebrations. And even mainstream news outlets are starting to pick up on this story, turning what was once a private scandal into a full-blown public spectacle. Meanwhile, Mendeecees is reportedly struggling not just with the personal betrayal, but also with the intense scrutiny that comes from fans and media alike. Forced to reconcile his own grief with a public that is eager to judge, criticize, and speculate about every possible outcome. Financial implications are also rumored to be part of the drama, with sources claiming that Yandy's carefully maintained brand image, which depends on the perception of loyalty and family values, is at serious risk, potentially affecting sponsorships, partnerships, and future business opportunities that were once considered untouchable. Jasmine's role in all of this is undeniably central, and she seems to be playing it with surgical precision, dropping just enough information to keep the public hooked while holding back key details that ensure people continue to speculate, discuss, and obsess over the narrative. And if you think it ends there, the complexity of the situation grows, because now the question isn't just about Yandy's loyalty, but about how Mendeecees will respond publicly and privately. Whether he will attempt to rebuild trust, confront the alleged affair head-on, or quietly distance himself from the chaos while maintaining a dignified image in the public eye. The suspense is unbearable. The drama is continuous. And every new piece of information Jasmine releases only deepens the intrigue, ensuring that fans are emotionally invested and eagerly awaiting the next revelation in what could easily be the most scandalous and talked about saga in reality TV history. The fallout from Jasmine's shocking revelations has reached a fever pitch, and Yandy's carefully constructed image is crumbling faster than anyone could have imagined, as fans and insiders alike speculate on every possible consequence. While Mendeecees is reportedly grappling with a combination of heartbreak, disbelief, and public scrutiny that would crush anyone who isn't used to constant attention. And the situation is only intensifying because the alleged evidence Jasmine released continues to circulate. From screenshots of private messages and allegedly incriminating photos to supposed video clips that seem to confirm every suspicion, creating a social media frenzy that has divided the public into those who still support Yandy and those who can no longer reconcile the woman they thought they knew with the actions now revealed. And the speculation is not just limited to fan theories, because insiders suggest that legal repercussions could also be on the horizon, with potential defamation claims, breach of privacy arguments, and questions about how much Yandy's alleged actions might affect Mendeecees both personally and financially. And some sources hint that sponsors and business partners are already reconsidering their relationships due to the negative publicity and the intense scrutiny now surrounding the couple, which could have long-term impacts on both of their careers and any future projects they may have planned. And while Mendeecees is trying to process the betrayal and the public humiliation, Jasmine continues to hold the narrative firmly in her hands, strategically revealing new details that keep the audience riveted and desperate for the next update, fueling speculation that this scandal could trigger an even larger chain of events involving not only personal relationships, but also professional and financial fallout. Because when reality TV stars are exposed to this level of deception, the consequences rarely remain private, and every move is analyzed, every reaction is scrutinized. And the pressure on Mendeecees to respond publicly or take some form of action increases exponentially, leaving him in an impossible position where he must navigate both his own emotions and the expectations of a watching world. And for Yandy, the situation is arguably even more perilous, because not only is her personal life under intense examination, But the credibility she has built over years of public appearances, interviews, and reality TV portrayals is now at risk of being completely dismantled, with fans questioning her loyalty, her judgment, and the authenticity of every past gesture of love and commitment. And some insiders speculate that the scandal could have ripple effects beyond just the couple, potentially impacting the networks, production teams, and other public figures connected to them as the story grows, with every new allegation or piece of evidence prompting further analysis, debate, and speculation. And even hypothetical government investigations have been mentioned in whispers, suggesting that the financial and contractual implications of the scandal could be more serious than anyone initially assumed. And while the world watches the emotional devastation of Mendeecees unfold, the suspense remains unbearable because it is still unclear how he will ultimately respond, whether he will confront Yandy privately, seek a public resolution, or take legal measures to protect his reputation and assets. And the tension is heightened by the fact that Jasmine has positioned herself as the central figure in this saga, the one who controls the leaks, the narrative, and the timing of each revelation, ensuring that public interest remains at a peak. And as the scandal continues to dominate conversations, memes, and news cycles, the emotional and social stakes keep escalating, leaving everyone wondering how much more will come to light, how Mendeecees will recover from the betrayal, and whether Yandy will ever be able to repair the damage to her image and credibility. Because in the world of reality TV, perception is everything. And once trust is broken, the fallout can be catastrophic, affecting not just personal relationships, but careers, brands, and public perception for years to come. And as Jasmine continues to release details, the tension remains electric, keeping the audience on edge, eager for the next revelation, the next piece of evidence, and the next twist in a scandal that has already redefined what it means to betray trust on a public stage, leaving no doubt that the story of Yandy and Mendeecees, fueled by Jasmine's explosive confession, is far from over and will continue to captivate, shock, and provoke audiences for as long as the revelations keep coming. So now that the bombshell has dropped, and the receipts are out for the world to see, the real question becomes what happens next. And this is where you come in, because we need your voice, your opinion, and your hot takes on the scandal that has already set social media on fire. Do you think Mendeecees has any chance of trusting Yandy again? Or is this the ultimate betrayal that ends their story for good? Could Yandy pull off a redemption arc? Or is her image irreparably damaged and her public persona forever tarnished? And what about Jasmine, hero or villain, whistleblower or opportunist? Your perspective matters, because the public is watching, debating, and forming opinions faster than any reality show can air. And your comments could be part of the conversation that shapes how this saga is remembered. So don't just sit there scrolling, jump into the discussion, share your thoughts, and weigh in on every twist, turn, and revelation. Hit that like button if you're shocked. Comment your theory on what will happen next, and make sure to subscribe so you never miss the next explosive update, because with drama this big, the story is far from over. And trust me, you will want to be front and center for every jaw-dropping moment, every scandalous detail, and every shocking twist that's still waiting to drop.